So my presentation for this next half an hour will be about use cases. And I will try during this presentation to introduce you to some of the main use case that natural security is addressing through its standard. But before going more in details in this use case, I would just like to have a quick insight on the standard and on the biometrics market where Natural Security Alliance is evolving. So there is no breaking news in this slide. Biometrics market is evolving really fast this last year in a really spectacular way, and it's getting out of the corporate market from the consumer market, electric goods, with especially Apple's and Samsung, like Pierre said to you just before. There is a famous research in Good Intelligence that forecasts that in the next 5 years, almost 160 million wearable devices will be dedicated to biometric authentication. And all of those devices are dedicated to different uses. Use cases are diversifying. We can see biometrics used for convenience, like unlocking your smartphones, but also biometric use for security purposes, like Apple Pay, for example, for payments, I mean. I just wanted to introduce you more in details the natural security standard for people who are not familiar with it. And I know you are not a lot in this audience, but natural security is based on biometric standard. I mean, this is a new kind of authentication based on two factors. The first one is something you are, I mean your biometrics. And when I say biometrics, I say any kind of biometrics. We are agnostic in terms of biometrics. It can be fingerprints, voice recognition, face recognition, for example. And the other factor of authentication is something you have, like your device. And in natural security standard, let's say you have your biometrics and your personal device, and your personal device is storing your biometrics inside. In sort of when you have to access services like payments or physical access control, you just have to place your finger on an external reader to access the services, to open the door, to pay, to access online services. So this is a really hands-free transaction, hands-free user experience. And the communication between those two devices is also specified by Natural Security Alliance. So Natural Security Alliance, here is just some example of use case we are addressing. We can talk about payments, cash withdrawals, online services, or physical access control. Those will be services I will deep more in details just after. The first use case I would like to focus on with you today is proximity payments. And for this, I just would like to show you a quick animation, a quick video to explain more in details. I think that would be better to understand what we are doing in Natural Security Alliance. So this is a woman with a personal device. She puts the device in her bag and she goes shopping, like you see. And there's no caricature. So she finds something she likes, she tries, and she likes it. And now comes the moment to pay, and then she places her finger on an external reader, which is at checkout, and the device, which is in her bag, communicates with the external reader, and she gets authenticated. Just simple as that, just place her finger on the device to access the payment. So, as you can see, Natural Security Standard is a hands-free user experience. It's really convenient. You don't have to manipulate anything, and it's secure. I mean secure, your device stays in your bag, and you don't have to manipulate it, so there is less risk of theft or loss. And even if you lost your device, nobody can do anything with it because your biometric template inside this device is encrypted. Another point worth saying is that the technology have been tested and approved during a large experimentation we ran 2 years ago in France, in two countries, in 2 towns, sorry, and we tested 2 different type of biometrics, finger vein and fingerprints, but I will not emphasize on that point. If you want to have more information, I would be delighted to deliver them to you during the break. Next thing is that the standard is working with any protocols, like EMV, the technology we are using every day with our credit cards, SEPA, direct debits, and mobile wallets. And the last point in this use case has already been discussed during Pierre's presentation, is the real return of investment for retailers. This is the same slide, so I will not lay down too much on it, but just to explain that natural security technology is the fastest one compared to the other on the market. Like you see, you don't have to manipulate your device. So it's really fast, it's 5 seconds compared to 45 seconds for chip and pin. Just above you have Apple Pay. Apple Pay, you have to manipulate your smartphone, place your finger, tap your smartphone. Contactless card, you have to take out your wallet, take out your card, tap your card. And chip and pin transaction, this is the longest one, because you have to take out your wallet, take out your card, and enter your PIN code. And something worth saying as well is that natural security is fast technology for any kind of amount. For the last point for this use case is we are not only specifying products specification. We are delighted to have some members who are developing products based on our specification. So we have Uint in the room, and we have also trust designer who have designed some products. The next use case I would like to focus on is the physical and logical access control. Just to sum up what we have today in the market, we have different kind of authentication methods for physical access control. It can be either based on something you have, like a card, but you can forget it, you can lose it, and there's still manipulation of the device. You can have a physical access control based on something you know, like a PIN code, but you can forget your PIN code, and that's not always convenient to use it. And the last one is based on something you are, but fingerprints, but quid of the privacy if it's used by itself, if it's not used with, like us, inside a personal device. So, like for face-to-face payments, the gesture is the same for physical and logical access control. You just have to place your finger on your device, and the authentication is made. And compared to the other kind of physical access control based on fingerprints, our technology is a match-on-card technology. So, I mean, there is no database. When you place your finger on your device, your biometric template is extracted from the external reader and sent to your device. And the matching is inside the device. It's not on the database. And that could be an interesting point for businesses or campuses, for example, to have one device, one gesture to access a different kind of location and services. And the last use case I'd like to focus on is online services. As everyone knows, with the expansion of the internet, we have so many accounts, lots of accounts, lots of passwords, so many logins to remember, and we might be quite annoyed to use it every day. So natural security appears to be one solution to that problem, because with a simple gesture, you can access all of your online account, social networks, web banking, e-commerce website, let's say, and you can also, with the same gesture, to pay online. But for this, there are two implementation possibilities. The first one is to have a sensor, an external sensor on your acquisition device. But the other way is to have a biometrics device. storing your biometrics, but with a sensor in it. And our technology, our specification allows it. So that's my point of this slide. This is the Sesame Touch, and this is a new design of the Sesame Touch. And this product is supported by one of our members, which is Trust Designer, and it's of course integrating natural security specification, and it's used for many applications like storing your passwords for online payments, proximity payments with the same gesture. And for us, I will not summarize Pierre's presentation, but this is the only certified and standardized product based on your fingerprints to securely pay online for us, because like Pierre said, the security levels of smartphone are not enough today to perform this kind of transaction. So in conclusion, we can say that natural security is addressing any kind of services requiring a strong authentication. So we have a marketing advisory committee studying all of these subjects, all of this submission of our members. So we are discussing them every month. This is a monthly meeting in a marketing advisory committee. So we have many opportunities to discuss new use cases, and we are really open to look for new use cases from members and for other companies. If you want to talk about this, talk about your needs during the break, we'll be happy to do so. So thank you for your attention.